I was inspecting a general's office when a photograph on his desk caught my eye, a young girl I instantly recognized. Do you ever wonder if a single moment could shatter everything you thought you knew about your life? Because one morning, standing in a general's office, I saw a photograph that didn't just change my day, it ripped open a 20-year-old wound and plunged me headfirst into a conspiracy that went all the way to the top. Asterisk, asterisk, I was just doing a routine base inspection, one of those checklist-type mornings. My eyes, usually scanning for protocol breaches, landed on this small framed photo on General Alden's mahogany desk. A little girl, maybe 6, with bright brown curls and eyes that felt familiar. And that's when my world just went silent. I froze. I knew that face. The inspection folder slipped from my hand, scattering papers across the polished floor. My throat tightened. The frame was silver, engraved with one word, Emily. She was clutching a tiny stuffed marine bear, smiling. My pulse hammered so hard I thought it would drown out the ticking wall clock. Something wrong, Major Collins? The general's voice cut through the air, sharp, but with an edge of caution. I swallowed, turned to him, and somehow managed to point at the desk, my hand trembling despite years of training. Sir, this girl, this child in the photo. She lived with me in the orphanage in Texas. His eyes widened. The color drained from his face so fast it was like someone had pulled a plug. His lips parted, quivering, before he whispered, "You mean, my missing daughter?" He looked at me as if I dragged a ghost into his office. And for a moment, I didn't know what to say. I was a Marine, trained to confront chaos, to face down any enemy. But standing there, the silence between us felt heavier than any battlefield I'd ever crossed. That morning had started like any other. Coffee at 0600, uniform pressed, inspection orders folded neatly in my breast pocket. Professional distance. Keep emotion out of the job. That was the rule. But life never respects rules for long. General Robert Alden. A man of perfect posture, precise words, a leader who could command silence just by walking into a room. I'd admired him from afar during my cadet years. Now, I stood in his office, shaking like a raw recruit. He motioned for me to sit. "Tell me exactly what you mean, Major." I took a deep breath. "Sir, that girl, Emily. You called her Emily. I knew her as Lily. We grew up together in St. Mary's Orphanage, Waco. She was about my age, maybe a little younger. She came there when we were 6. The general's jaw clenched. How can that be possible? Emily was taken from a park in Dallas 20 years ago. She was 4. I met his gaze. Then she must have been found, sir. Found and renamed. For a long time, neither of us spoke. The office clock just kept ticking, steady, uncaring. Then the general walked to the window, his reflection faint against the Texas sunlight. "I searched for years," he said quietly. "Private investigators, military contacts, even federal channels. They found nothing. My wife died thinking she was dead." He turned to me, his eyes wet but steady. "And now you tell me she lived." I nodded slowly. "I can't be sure, sir, but those eyes. I'd stake my life on it." He exhaled hard, steadying himself. "Tell me about her. What do you remember?" So I told him. What happened next? Waddick full story attached below.